Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for November 19th. We are currently looking at the U.S.-Japanese yen pair. This pair closed down, did break previous support, but pulled back before closing. We are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially move as high as 89.89, possibly as low as 88.03. Look for some resistance around 89.50. and look for some support around 88.50. Okay, now looking at the Euro-USD pair, this particular pair closed down for today's session. It is still moving sideways. Bias is still sideways. Look for it to potentially move as high as 150.35, possibly as low as 147.79. Look for some resistance around 149.66, and look for some support around 148.50. Okay, now the pound US dollar pair, it closed down as well. Still has a slightly upward bias, still moving sideways. So keep an eye on that. We are looking for it to possibly move as high as 168.40, possibly as low as 165.13. Look for some resistance around 167.11 and look for some support around 166.00. Okay, now the US Swiss, this particular pair has closed up for the session, did move much higher before pulling back a very lot prior to the close. We are looking for it to continue moving sideways with a bias sideways. Look for it to potentially move as high as 1.0248, possibly as low as 1.0041. Look for some resistance around 10169 and look for some support around 10075. Okay, we really don't have any news announcements for tomorrow. We are going into the weekend, so definitely keep an eye on the open on Sunday. What am I looking for over this next session? The trend lines may have alerted you to some of what I'm looking for. Look at the US Swiss. If you notice, we have somewhat of a head and shoulders formation. Definitely have it come up higher, and then came up again. We are looking for this formation basically to get a break of our trend lines and look to go short is kind of the idea of this. Definitely look for a short at this point and coming down to this other trend line. What that looks like as far as pips go, looks like we're be moving about 35 pips or so. Definitely keep this on your radar. Now there is another one in the Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame. This one's inverse, an inverse head and shoulders. So we're looking for it to break to the upside. The only issue with this one, if you draw your trend lines, they're not quite as favorable as far as the distance between the trend lines. This one would be better for like a quick little scalp, at least currently. You know, you're looking at about 13 pips, 10 pips after spread. So it is something to keep an eye on, depending on how you want to play this. You could play it either way, but you could grab a couple little pips in there. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.